Hey, welcome. And thanks for clicking to see what it looks like to work with me, or at least to maybe dialogue, get some information exchange here. Because my main goal for myself is to help the people that are looking for some kind of answer. So whether or not you work with me, I'm here to help you find somebody that's the right fit. And so if you've listened to some of my videos where I talk about my biggest question for myself is, can I find you in my imagination? Right. And that's what this mystical, energetic work requires, that we have two separate bodies. You're over there and I'm over here. But in order for this to work, I actually need to find you in my imagination, as strange or as maybe not strange as that sounds. Me coming from a scientific, primarily medical background, it still sounds a little bit kooky to me. So I really want to be sure that when I'm working with people, that it's the right fit, that it's actually going to work. Right. And so what I like to do, so working with me, I work with individuals, men, women, couples. Right. I teach couples to find each other in your imagination, but I also work with individuals, whether, like I said, men, women, um, in a way that we're designed to find each other in the consciousness dream state, so that our physiologies actually start to move together. Now, this works amazingly well for some and not so well for others. Again, my main purpose is to find and to work with people for whom it works amazingly well. And if I've got some other ideas for those of you who unfortunately don't fit in that category, but you're looking for some help, then I'm happy to give you whatever info, I have. So the way it works currently, as of today's recording, which is early June 2024, is I have a couple spots open for one-on-one private clients. And that's again by kind of by invitation. We have to go through for you and for me, and a intro meeting. You schedule an hour. I don't charge any money for the first 15 minutes. It's free, so we can get a chance to connect and get a feel for, could this be the right fit? And if so, then I say, let's take the rest of that hour, so 45 minutes, and we'll actually do some of the work to see if it works. All right. And then we also get a chance to talk about, if it does work, what do I recommend? What does it look like? What are we doing? In my experience, I haven't really recognized that one time works for most issues that have been brewing in your anatomy or physiology or consciousness for sometimes decades. It's just not a one-time fix, right? It's really working with our physiology and our neurology that is limited to three dimensions, which means it learns and it takes time to learn. It has to unlearn patterns and relearn patterns. So it takes a time and a commitment and schedule and maybe some additional life changes in addition to just working with somebody like me. So we'll talk about what that looks like. So I tell you what I think and how long that's going to take and what it's going to cost. All right. And that's my best guess based on what you told me. So I've got programs for couples that are 6 months, 12 months. Again, usually by the time there's an issue that needs to be learned, when you're really learning to entrain or coordinate your autonomic nervous systems together, incorporating imagination, you're into a spiritual practice that requires a lot of practice and some mentorship as you go through. So I've got programs for that, and I can tell you what those look like. And whenever you watch this video, I may be in some kind of next iteration of my best guess for what you might need based on your calendar, your needs, and your finances. Okay, so feel free at this point to what I recommend is send me an email, tribeofempaths@gmail.com. There should be a link in the description there. Send me an email, tell me who you are, what you're going through, what your challenges are, and your time zone. I'll also send you an email requesting all these things, your time zone, and then we'll set up a time to chat. There's also a jot form, a waiver, a disclaimer, because it has me explaining that I'm not a doctor. I'm not providing any kind of medical diagnosis for any sort of physical or psychological diagnoses or any treatment recommendations. Those are all to be reserved for your local licensed provider to manage those things. Because we're playing in this mystical yogic consciousness realm, we're outside of that realm. So just want to be clear there. That I'm not diagnosing or treating anything. So if you'd fill out, pardon me. So if you'd fill out that form, that'd be great. And I get that on my end and we can check that off the list. And then we can set up a time to connect and chat and see what might work between us, whether it's me helping you find the right direction or the two of us maybe working together. All right.